Sure.
Did you have straws?
No. We just poured it in each other's mouths, and we liked it.
That's awesome.
But
that's a great story.
Dude was like, you know what, man? You're good. You take this beer. It's probably a good decision for me.
That's a true friend.
That is a good friend. His last beer.
Absolutely, yeah, that's true. But Carb Day started to take on a different meaning to me. Like I said, I take a lot of the shit for granted. I really have. Mm-hmm. And there's a couple years in a row when my buddy coach retired from teaching. He's like, hey, you want to go to the track for Carb Day? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm up for it, right? And you just ran into and he coached, taught for 38 years, whatever.
Sorry.
Sorry.
That helped.
That helped a lot.
So we just ran into so many people, and then so we went 2 years in a row. Next year, he up and kind of dies suddenly, right? So he's not able to go, and I'm like, that year when I went that year, it meant so much more to me because you're like, I've just taken this for granted the last several years, right?
Yeah, sure.
And now for me, the Thursday, the night before Carb Day, really kind of kicks off. Like, okay,
gearing up,
pre-gaming.
We're throwing down this week.
That's when you
shit's for real.
That's when you start getting lubed up, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't swallow sausages or anything, but yeah, I start getting lubed up a little bit.
So, Link, as we've talked about extensively, you've never really had the Carb Day experience, right?
Not the true Carb Day experience. But
even back in the day, though, what's funny is
what
back
is
in
the true Carb Day experience?
Let's first explain what Carb Day is.
Well,
so Carb Day
is now, or Carb Day
is the last practice before the race.
That was strong.
It's a 2-hour session only.
Right.
It's a timed 2-hour session. Cars go out there, run around, figure out stuff, make sure things aren't leaking.
Then they do the pit stop challenge,
pit stop contest and all that. Yep. And then concerts. They usually have some solid concerts out there. That's probably new in the last 15 years, 20 years.
Yeah, see, they didn't used to do
That's
that.
what
That's
Carb
what
Day is.
Carb Day used to be
just the cars.
Done at like noon, 1 o'clock.
It was cars.
Pit stop. I remember as a kid going to the pit stop competition, and that was always fun.
It's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, going with the family, and I remember doing that with mom and dad and the family and whoever wanted to go. But I mean, that to me, as far as like Carb Day experience, I remember what I did as a kid.
Yeah.
You know, and it was always cool to go to the pit stop competition. But once I got older, that was boring stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and back in the day, though, when Carb Day was on Thursday, the track was quiet Friday and Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
There was nothing going on until race day.
And
that, I mean, to me, that built the excitement for race day because you had this whole month where stuff was going on. People are out at the track. People are, doing what they do, watching cars go fast, doing all that stuff.
Filling up.
And then Friday and Saturday, it was...
Oh, yeah. They're just out there partying.
Yeah, if you're out there just partying, drinking, eating, doing all that good stuff. So,
egg timer.
Oh, you lost the egg timer. Brett's having separation anxiety over the egg timer.
He's nervous. He's shaking.
Yeah,
but I think having those 2 days really
I haven't been
got
this
you...
upset since the beer fridge pissed out.
Where did the egg timer go?
I think those 2 days really helped you get... There it is.
Dude, seriously. No joke. I seriously thought you were just happy to see us. Not a
But
joke.
those 2 days really got you fired up for the 500.
Yeah.
Because you were...
Probably.
It's almost like coming off of a 4-week high, 3-week high.
Yeah.
And then you got 2 days to relax, and you got 2 days to get geared up to go again.
Probably one of the best.
Your liver.
Probably one of the best things that Speedway ever did. Move Carb Day from Thursday to Friday of race weekend.
I like it.
I think so. One of the because the out of
now
towners,
you're only taking 1 day off work, not 2.
I was just talking.
I think I kind of like the 2 days off work.
No, I was just talking to somebody about this just yesterday. Because the out-of-towners, think about it. When they were here in the good old days, if they wanted to come in for Carb Day, now they got 2 full days of doing absolutely nothing.
Sitting in the Coke lot and drinking.
In the city.
Yeah.
No, what can
vacation.
you do? Once you're in the parking lot, you're
Thursday,
once you're in the
Friday,
campgrounds,
Saturday,
you're in the
Sunday. It's almost a
campgrounds.
full week's vacation.
That's true. You're bringing in your RV, you're parking it, not moving that son of a bitch.
You're having fun. You're just partying
for 2 days. But now I can go.
I didn't feel bad for them at all.
I'll come in.
I envied them.
I'll come in on Friday, and now I've only got 1 day that I have to sit around and drink all day.
Oh, shucks.
And then the next day is race day, and then I go home.
Yep. So the coolest Carb Day, I haven't been to Carb Day in quite some time, but one of the coolest experience I've ever had out there at the track outside of race day. Carb day, we got into the turn 2 suites.
Oh, yeah.
For all of carb day.
Yeah.
Cool.
Second level.
Sweets are always good.
Oh my god! And you are literally looking down, depending on where the suite is, on top of the cars as they're going by you, flying right at you. That was pretty cool.
So we were always when I was working for the other company, we would get suites on the main straightaway.
Sweet.
So you were right there at the top, hang out, free beer, blah blah blah, food all day. You could go, and then you would get passes to go down into the garage area and stuff. You could go in a group
Garage
down
is
there,
cool.
check
Garage
that
is
out, which was always great. Now, when I would go with the radio station every year, you get essentially all access passes
To anywhere.
that you could go anywhere except on race day. So through the week, you go up there for practice. Weekends, you were up there for qualifying. You could go in the garage. You could go all over the place. And it was awesome. I mean, it really was awesome. And there wasn't the concerts and all that stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
But it was a full day at the track where there was stuff you could go look at and do. And
Primarily in the snake pit is
time,
where you went to look at things.
well, no, but at
Primarily.
times,
What would you see there, Jeff?
Midget getting a Hummer on top of a van.
And
but when you have all that access, you forget that other people don't have all that access.
Correct.
So it's different for me. It would be a full day at carb day because you could go back in the garage, you could wander around, you could do all kinds of stuff. But people that just went in and paid for a ticket and went in and watched what was going on, their day was over at noon.
Their day was
Right.
probably literally just getting started.
I do remember.
Then they're
You
parking
know what
their
I mean? At
asses
the
off.
track, at the track though, it was
It was over.
Yeah, it was over.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether it was carb day or qualifying or practice day, I do remember the people just standing outside of the garage fence.
Oh yeah.
It's just
Yeah, just to get a
it's a
glimpse.
chain link fence that
Yeah.
goes around the garage,
Yep.
and you either have a pass to get in there or you
Yep.
don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the people just standing outside the fence, just waiting for a driver to get within
Right.
10 feet of there, so they can yell at him for an autograph. It kind of reminds you, like you just said, Tom. You look at those people and you go, "Oh, wait a minute. Well, sure,
yeah.
I could do that. Wow, I could do that.
The asshole in me would do that. but-
Yes, yeah, but
But the kind, caring human.
yeah,
in me
the
does
kind,
not do
caring
that.
human in me goes,
Well, then why didn't you give
Wow,
them your
I
garage
kinda-
pass if you cared that much about it?
because it was
No,
an actual.
because a lot of
You're not
times,
that kind and
right,
caring.
a lot of times with Tom, the asshole wins out. That's
Most times.
just how that happens.
Oh wow,
Hey.
wow.
So
Hey, there's an HCB there.
you guys brought up
looking for-
concert. Concert wasn't a thing until what, 10,
Probably 10
15 years
Yeah,
ago?
somewhere
Has it
around
been
there.
15 years?
Probably 15, I'd say. At
Has it
least.
been that
At
long?
least.
I know this.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I can honestly
Been a
say
while.
I've never been to the Carb Day concert.
Kid Rock
Never
was
either.
about 9-10 years ago because Coach and I tried to go to that. And he's like, "There's too many people here.
Yeah.
Well, that
you,
was my
you
problem.
couldn't even get
Yep.
in.
Yeah.
You really
Yeah.
couldn't."
Yeah.
And then,
And then if it's hot and sunny, man,
You don't want to be pressed in there with all
30,
those
40,000
No.
people, and
It's
you're
cold.
standing,
Some
you're
guys
standing
burning
the
me
whole
with the
time.
cigarettes on the back and all that
What a
shit.
loser. What a loser. You
I
gonna
hate-
shit your pants over there, dude?
Right.
You are literally look like you're going to shit your pants.
Hey,
I saw a vein pop out the side of your head.
I'm a professional, all right? How many times I got to
He's
tell you
got
that? I'm
a-
a professional. I know what I'm doing.
he's got an otter shit he's getting ready to
I know, I'm
take.
good. Everything's
So,
good. Those
you get to
srirachas.
you get to age 55, you never
Those
trust a fart.
sriracha. Yeah, I hear you.
You never trust a fart, dude.
That's good career advice right there.
The
That's good
sriracha
career
smoked
advice.
sausages are coming back with a vengeance,
The,
but I'm good.
So this is how the concert thing works at Carb Day. You go there, you're like, oh, I'll get there a little bit early, we'll get a seat, whatever. Okay, fine, all good. So I go to a portalette one time.
Sure you do.
There's so many people that come in the last kind of seconds, minutes before that thing starts. I got lost. I'm like, I absolutely knew exactly where I was, but there's 15,000 more people here than there were the last time when I left 5 minutes ago. I'm like, I legit wandered around that place for about 20 minutes trying to find my group. I'm like, oh, thank God for cell phones because that's
Right.
the only way I found that group.
I thought so. In the restrooms there, in the hard buildings, they have troughs that the
Yeah, we've talked
that
about
the guy.
this.
We did talk about the troughs.
Yeah, I think
when
we
we
had
were
a picture
talking.
of the
Fuck
trough.
it.
Didn't we?
My
Did we have a
bad,
picture we
guys.
posted?
No, it's all good.
No, screw it.
We've
I'm
talked
done.
about
I'm
them
not talking
again.
about it again.
Those
Nope.
are fun times.
Nope, not talking
I
about it.
hate the sound of your
Fun
voice,
times.
Jeff.
Wow.
Wow, that was
Right.
aggressive.
Right?
Right, you make my Right, you hate my voice.
Hey, since we're at a stopping point,
Are we?
I have
bucket.
something completely off topic, 100%. But it has to do with
Let's
podcast.
guess. Let's guess where he's going. Hold on.
Has to do with podcasts.
He's going otters or raccoons or beavers.
Or num 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 num.
Or,
num.
yeah, Valentine's Day.
No, I'm telling you, this
right,
this
come on,
past
get on
week,
with it.
this past week, I got a text from one of our listeners,
Yeah.
and I had no idea that she was actually a listener.
Oh,
Dear
So-
Susan.
No. The
I'll be ready for church at 7:30.
Why do I feel like this is a Casey Kasem moment here?
Long distance
Long distance dedication.
It's another Casey Kasem long distance dedication.
This goes out to Cheryl.
Dear Casey. Hey, YouTube, when that dude blows up, though, and loses his shit on
Oh,
the
yeah.
people,
Oh, yeah.
that's funny. That's
who
funny.
was he wasn't Scooby Doo. Who he was Shaggy.
he was
no, he was
Shaggy.
Shaggy.
He was Shaggy. You're right.
on
You're right.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And now on to the long distance dedication.
exactly.
And now the long-
Susan's dog got ran over last
as
week.
my story goes,
Yes.
Yes.
an actual listener.
That's a good story. So
who,
anyway,
who I didn't think was a listener.
let him go, Jeff.
Yeah, let me go,
can
man.
get it over
my,
with.
No,
Get on with it, Edith.
my daughter Alex. I will give her credit. She had told me, and Brett can vouch
Oh,
for me here.
she said she doesn't listen.
She told me she didn't listen. And the next thing you know,
Did she start
I
listening?
I think she started listening
Wow.
just out of the blue.
So what happened this past
Because
week is that Alex came out of the closet.
Well, I got a text from her out of the podcast closet.
Well, yes.
I
yes.
didn't want to laugh at that, but I had to. I really didn't. I did not. That felt uncomfortable.
So what one of her jobs, she babysits for 4 elementary school kids, and she sends me a text
Oh,
with,
to God,
with
they
a
weren't listening.
with a picture. No, they're not listening. No.
Hey kids, gather around the radio.
Yeah,
Hey, my daddy's on a podcast. Yeah.
I don't think
But
that's
what the
Alex's
hell was
voice.
that?
but-
Wow, was that an
Alex
Oompa
sounds like that
Loompa
at all.
voice? Man,
I talked to Alex. She
Man.
doesn't sound like that at all.
that is
you
a
know.
Munchkin voice.
That's what she sounds
That's
like
a short
in my
joke,
voice.
you dick.
In my head, that's what she sounds like. No, but she so she reads a book to him, and she sends me a picture of the book.
Is it called How Not to Do a
The
Podcast?
tie you like no otter. ... and other punny ways to say I love you. She actually reads that to the girl she babysits, sends me a
Yeah.
picture of it, and she says in her text, she goes, "Look what I read to the girls tonight. Now you can stop telling people that I don't listen to the podcast because I do."
Alex, we appreciate you
We
listening.
do. We love
Hell
you.
yeah, we
Absolutely.
Good girl.
Alex, I appreciate
Tell all your,
everything.
tell all your friends about us.
Hey,
Or
Link,
not.
I don't know if
So-
you shared that picture with the group text or just me, but
No, I
I
saw
got
it.
it.
in
yeah.
that picture, what were the otters doing?
Holding hands.
They're
They
holding hands.
actually, so yes, I
sleeping.
I send that picture,
And they were
didn't have
reaching
pierced
out,
nipples.
and the first thing I
touching
think
you.
I think Brett
Touching me.
Brett replied, and the first thing he says, those otters actually are holding hands,
hands.
on the picture
legit.
of the book.
When do they sleep?
So
While they're holding hands?
when they sleep.
when they
When
sleep,
they actually
yeah.
sleep.
They sleep when they sleep.
Yeah, they sleep when they
So
sleep.
so my text back to her, I asked her if there was a chapter about piercings.
Oh my God.
Alex no longer babysits the kids. She used to babysit.
Yeah.
Nor is she communicating with Link anymore.
Just like her daddy, she got fired from her job. So-
But this time, 4 cars.
Runs in the family.
Oh
Right?
my goodness.
All right, so is anybody going to carb day? You said you
I am
don't
not.
carb
I am
day.
not. Nope.
Avon
might be, but you're- yeah, we've
sort
heard
of
that you're out.
C-blocked me here.
yeah, they did.
Graduation, he
yeah.
said.
Yeah.
The old HCB.
Yeah, well, I think
Brett's
it's
got
just a
parental-
straight C block.
Oh, just straight.
Duties
Okay.
on carb
No,
day.
you could call that an HCB.
No,
That-
that's
'cause
a
that
big-
is
that's
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a
it's
horse
a big
cock
one.
block.
That's a huge cock block. Yeah. So what are you doing? You're going out, obviously.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can't go and not.
There's no way you can
Yeah.
go
And not
to carb day.
partake.
So you know, I'm the guy that just told the story. I took 6 beers.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm cool with that.
Yes.
Until I wasn't cool with that. An hour and a half.
$70 on beers.
So you wanted 7, yes.
7.
So I'm going to stumble into Kylie's graduation like Shooter from Hoosiers.
That's my girl.
Her feet were planted. That's a fucking charge. That's gonna be me.
He's gonna be.
How many kids are in her class?
That's a technical
900 or so.
Coach,
That's going to be a fun
that's
graduation.
a technical foul, coach, by the way.
Right.
And
you're having
your
a good
name is
time.
It's
your
okay.
name is right in the middle.